2019. New year, new goals, new training, so many exciting things to consider. This video is for all of you who may be completely new to exercise or even new to training in a gym, but it's also for those of you who have previously been training in some form of physical practice, you've had some time off and you're getting back into your training. So it's looking at, where do I start when I feel like I'm back at the beginning? So here's my top 3 tips of where you can start to make the whole process so much easier and so much more achievable in the beginning. First of all, nutrition is number 1. Before you even start looking at your training schedule or program or anything to do with your fitness, you've got to remember nutrition comes first. They say that nutrition is 80% and your training is 20%, and I completely agree. So sure, you've got all your new gym programs, maybe you've signed up with a trainer, maybe you're going on your own. However, you've got to look at your food first. So that is in itself a huge topic. What I would say is, without wanting to overwhelm yourself, just start looking at how many times am I eating during the day. At a bare minimum, you need breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You must get at least those 3. And at a minimum, get your breakfast in at the beginning. Don't starve yourself the whole day and then only eat at 3 o'clock. You're gonna put your body into starvation mode. You're much more likely to start building up fat. You're gonna be eating up like all the good nutrients in your body. Your body basically goes into starvation mode. It's really not a good system for eating. It's not a good system for getting fit. It's not a good system for building muscle, lean muscle that is. So making sure you get a minimum of 3 meals. Ideally, what you want to aim for is between 4 and 5. Now that doesn't mean 4 and 5 huge meals. It just means small meals. So if you consider a bowl of fruit and yogurt with nuts on top, that could be considered one of your meals. Eventually what you're aiming for is breakfast, a mid-morning meal, lunch, a mid-afternoon meal, and dinner. That's what you're aiming for, but this is the beginning. So if you can just start with 3, always make sure you have breakfast. It's a really good place to start from. Really important, do not try and do everything at once that you want to achieve. So if you've got fitness goals, if you've got nutrition goals, if you've got life goals, amazing. Do not try and achieve all of them in the first week or all at once, or try and map out your schedule so that you're somehow trying to do every single thing in the first week. You'll completely overload your brain. Your subconscious will be like, we definitely can't do any of that. And you'll probably end up doing nothing and then feeling frustrated with yourself. So what you've got to do is you've got to start small. Yeah, you've got to start with achievable goals. So what I recommend is splitting up your goals into 4-week blocks. So if your goal during the year for the rest of this year is like, I want to go to the gym 3 times a week, some of that's with a trainer, some of that's on my own, I want to be meal prepping twice a week, I want to grow my glutes, I want to get guns, I want to do gymnastics, it could be anything, yeah? You're not going to do all of that in the next 4 weeks. So a really good place to start would be, okay, cool, what am I looking at for the next 4 weeks? I'm going to go to the gym twice a week. That's my going to gym goal, that's all it is. It's not the end goal, it's part of the end goal. You cannot do it all at once. So split up your goals. What's my focus for the next 4 weeks? I'm gonna learn 1 new recipe, I'm going to go to the gym twice a week, and I'm gonna connect up with 1 friend who wants to come work out me, and that's it. Make it really easy for yourself. The third thing I'm going to recommend for you, and this is something I've developed in my own practice over the years that's made my own training schedule, especially when I'm training alone, achievable, is you must action your goals into a calendar or a diary. So if you've got a paper diary, great. If you've got a Google Calendar, even better. Highly recommend Google Calendar, and this is coming from someone who used a paper diary up till about 1.5 years ago. Google Calendar, much more efficient way of documenting your week. What I would recommend, and this is what I do, is every Sunday you look ahead at the week ahead of you and you fill everything into your calendar. And that includes your training schedule. So if you're going to be training, say, twice with your PT and then once on your own, then you put that into your diary, but especially the sessions that you're doing on your own. So don't just say you're going to do it, don't just think you're going to do it, put it in your calendar so it's physically there, and even better, set an alarm on your phone that tells you an hour before that you've got to do it. Because you'll be surprised how much your like subconscious is going to trick you into like accidentally booking something else in or forgetting, or, you know, at the moment the habit's not there, right? It's not there. Or if it is, you're nervous or you're frustrated or there's all these very normal feelings are coming up, but it's much easier to go and meet your PT there. It's a lot harder to go on your own. So you've got to make it as easy as possible for yourself. So put it in your calendar, set an alarm, and just make it 1 day a week at the moment. If you're training on your own, it'll make it so much more achievable. Okay, that's where you're gonna begin. Top 3, nutrition, number 1. Keep your goals really focused and split them into achievable sections. Number 3 is putting all your training sessions into your calendar and setting alarms. Good luck, guys.